Spirits, come to me.
All right, I need to tell you something, Wendy. I'm transgender.
What?
Did you notice the bow? I'm not comfortable with the sex I was assigned at birth, so I'm exercising my right to identify with the gender of my choice. Now get out of my way, I have to take a
You must know why we can't have you in the girls' bathroom.
All I know is I'm transgender, and you can't make me go to the bathroom with the cisgenders.
With the what?
If you identify with the sex you were born with, then you're cis.
But then cisgender is just normal.
Trust me, you don't want this hot potato. Just let him use the girls' room.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Every once in a while, I see something trending on Twitter, and I'm like, oh, what's going on here? You know, and you click it, and you're like, I think I've seen this before. I feel like I've seen this all before. But there's certain shows that have this prophetic vision in that apparently they have, if they exist long enough, they predict. You've all heard The Simpsons predicted it, right? Where, you know, I don't know, there's dozens of things. Even Trump being president, I think they predicted. All sorts of wild things that used to be comedy are now reality. And shows like The Simpsons and South Park have accurately predicted where cultural trends are going. There's a video going wild on Twitter again today after it just keeps going viral. And you'll see why, because it's absolutely hilarious and predicts the exact clown world that we all live in now. By the way, I have renewed using my locals now that I work with Rumble. So there'll be some members-only content there and on my Subscribe Star and, you know, and for my YouTube members and stuff like that. But if you haven't yet followed me on locals, it's the only super reliable way to get notifications. You know, people say, oh, you didn't notify me about a new video or a live stream. Or if you want to know what we're doing, you know, maybe I've got something I need to tell you about or an article I want to share. I'm going to use locals way more now, so I hope you'll follow me there. You don't have to support me. You can still get all the notifications, things like that. If you want to support, you can, but you don't have to. So if you can follow me there today, get a chance to do that, that would be great. Now, I'll do something fun this week. With it. So there's this clip going around. I want to share it a little bit, and a little bit of it hopefully it doesn't get claimed. I don't know, but we'll check it out. And this is an old clip that just keeps going viral.
Any longer! You all push me to this!
So for the audio-only listeners, Cartman can't get any peace in the men's bathroom. So what he does is transition to a girl, and he does this simply by putting a bow in his hair, which is, you know, ironic given it seems like that's all it takes. And then they can, you know, then biological men can just insert themselves into biological women's spaces whenever they want.
I'm going to the potty.
This is the girls' bathroom.
All right, I need to tell you something, Wendy. I'm transgender.
What?
Did you notice the bow? I'm not comfortable with the sex I was assigned at birth, so I'm exercising my right to identify with the gender of my choice. Now get out of my way, I have to take a shit.
Now, to be clear, this video, this clip is 9 years old. 9 years old. This was in 2014, long before the Leah Thomases, long before the great bathroom debate, long before any of that stuff.
Get out of here!
Don't give me more issues than I already have, Wendy. Oh, wow, this is nice in here. The girls' bathroom's a lot cleaner than the boys'.
That's actually not true. I have some janitor friends that have told me quite the opposite.
What the hell is that? Cartman is using our bathroom.
Dude, this is awesome. I should have used the girls' bathroom a long time ago.
Hey, I'm gonna tell on you.
It's okay, Red. I can take a shit here. I'm a dumb chick, too.
I'm a dumb chick, too.
I want to know just what makes you think it's okay to go inside the girl.
So, predicting the obvious, the backlash, and I've never even seen this clip. I didn't have cable for a long time, so I actually feel like, I don't know if South Park's any good anymore, to be honest with you. I remember when they did their pandemic special or something like that. I was like super not interested in that. But, I think I ended up, the last I watched them, I think was maybe in 2016, when Trump won the election, and they had like that hilarious, the world's gonna end. One half of the side says the world's gonna end, and the other half says, it's the greatest thing ever.
Girl's bathroom.
Because I'm transgender. I looked it up. That means I can use the girl shitter.
You are not transgender, Eric. You don't even know what that means.
Yeah, huh? It means I live a life of torture and confusion because society sees me as a boy, but I'm really a girl.
All right, well, if you identify yourself as a girl, you must find yourself attracted to boys. Is that right?
That's actually not true.
That's actually not true.
No,
I can be transgender.
I knew it's so funny. Oh, I swear I've never seen this clip before, but it's just so predictable. Like they just nailed it.
Not having anything to do with the gender I'm attracted to. Check the state bylaws.
All right, listen, Eric.
Erica.
Listen, Eric. You must know why we can't have you in
Dead
the girls'
naming.
bathroom.
All I know is I'm transgender, and you can't make me go to the bathroom with the cisgenders.
With the what?
Cisgender. It's the politically correct name for people who aren't transgender.
So Garrison has to educate them, and I don't know where this is going yet, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna have to say like reluctantly that he's right.
If you identify with the sex you were born with, then you're cis.
But then cisgender is just normal.
Saying normal is extremely offensive to people who aren't in that group. Trust me, you don't want this hot potato. Just let him use the girls' room.
But this is...
He's 100% right. That's what's so funny. This is so prophetic. Years ago, they predicted this exact exchange, and it couldn't be any more correct. It's exactly how it goes. You don't want that hot potato. And that's how so much of this nonsense happened, right? People are like, oh, they create a big deal about it, and now they're worried about,
Emotional damage.
all sorts of emotional damage, and all sorts of stuff like that, and that's how you ended up with the live and let live folks like myself getting pushed so far that they're finally like, wait a minute now, all right, hold up, wait a minute.
This isn't a hurting, confused child we're talking about. This is Eric Cartman.
Nobody else is gonna know that. You better just give him what he wants.
For predicting the that he's going to be that they'll be canceled, and that'll be just terrible for them.
So Eric Cartman just has us in some kind of bathroom checkmate?
Actually, it's more like a royal flush.
Oh my god. I think that like the last time it went viral, I never covered it. But you see like parody is now reality. South Park clip in which desperate Cartman identifies as trans so he can use the girls' bathroom resurfaces and goes viral 9 years after it was initially aired. And it's going again. In season 18's episode, the episode focuses mainly on the conflict between girls of the school who resent Cartman's ploy and the teachers who find themselves unprepared to address the situation. They ultimately decide to appease Cartman with his own restroom in the janitor's closet to avoid a so-called political hot potato. The revived attention towards the sissy follows South Park's worldwide privacy tour episode in which creators Trey Park and Matt Stone mock Prince Harry and Meghan. I did see clips of that going around, and I think it was pretty hilarious. We just want privacy. Meanwhile, they have like parades and fireworks and stop looking at us. You see this Rita saying, don't give me any more issues than I already have, Wendy. Reshared by conservative journalists became a talking point on Twitter. I think that Twitter users came back with a range of responses. Dude, this episode is like 6 years old. Popular podcast presenter Cody Johnson said, Eric Cartman, the hero and moral compass of the hit show South Park. Just a reminder that this is from 2014, which is a reminder in itself South Park has always been way ahead of the front of social commentary. And I think, like, you know, obviously they have the biological man competing in women's sports and crushing everybody. It's you know, Trey and Matt, I think, are pretty liberal. I guess it's hard to nail it down, I suppose. But I think that, you know, South Park often does a great job pointing out, you know, the absurdity of it all. And today is no different. You know, I'm just looking at Twitter, just hanging out, and I see South Park trending, and I'm like, well, what's going on? Did they have a new episode? Did they, you know, what did those goofballs get up to again? But it just turns out it's another perfect example of how, you know, the clown world is real. We're all living in it, like it or not. I hope that I'm going to leave a link now in the description to follow me over on Locals. It's the best way for me to get a hold of everybody currently. And so I really hope that you'll do that. Support is appreciated, but not required. That way you'll still at least get all the notifications of my videos going out, and I'm going to use it to start sharing crazy articles and stuff like that I find, and memes and things like that. Try to build up the community here too. Yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.